Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First time joining me, then welcome. I hope you like my content and then you stay and subscribe to my channel because I'll be basically uploading stuff like this over and over again. Anyways, today's video is going to be the first of a series which I'll be naming My Opinion Tho, and this is basically sort of a chit chat that I will be having with you guys in the comment section actually. So I'll be hoping that you guys will comment on this, but I'm naming it My Opinion Tho because it's my opinion though. You know how when someone says something or does something or society puts something out there that you do not entirely agree to, and you give your opinion, and just for respectful you be like, my opinion though, or it's just my opinion, something like that. So this is just about my opinion and how I see life and how I expect people to be reasoning. Of course, you can never really push your opinion on people, and so it's never to push it down, even though you would really wish that people will think the way I think, or see it from your perspective, at least take a pause and see it from your perspective. So yeah, my opinion though. I actually have already shot this video. I shot it with a friend, but there were a lot of hitches and stuff, so I have to shoot this again. Unfortunately, it's midnight and she can't be around for this, but I'll try to get her on a different episode of this series. So sorry girl, I'm very sorry. Definitely I respect your opinions, and I hope that I don't even hope, I know there's going to be another time that I'll be speaking my opinion, and I will invite you to this platform. I'm glad I have this platform. Anyways, let's get into the video. What I'll be talking about is basically love, family. Okay, just early this morning I was listening to a program on CTFM, which is Farm Life. And family, if you follow CTFM, they talk about family issues, relationship issues. They give advice and counsel. So it's a very good program to be listening to. If you do not listen, it's actually a very good program to be listening to. Every Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. I think. 7 to 9 a.m. That is when they have their show. So basically I was listening to Farm Life, and they were talking about certain topics which I felt I really had to say something about, but I was a little busy, so I couldn't. The way you could text into a show or call into a show and give your opinion, I couldn't do that. I don't even think I've ever done that before, but I thought, or I believe, that YouTube is also a platform for me to vent all my, whatever you would call it, just speak my mind. And I might be wrong, I am open to that. What I'm saying might actually be wrong, because I'm only ever speaking out of what I have learned, and I don't know everything. So it's from what I have learned, from what I have observed, and what I think from all that I have gathered should be done. Yes, so I might be wrong. So as I'll be talking with you, I will be unraveling my bantu knots. I hope they are dry. I did them in the morning with the video. It was sort of like a get ready with me, so that get ready, sort of a tutorial, bantu knot tutorial with my opinion. But I did it in the morning, and straight into the video. Anyways, so I don't know if you have. I've been using Savannah Gold shea butter, a lot for my hair. My brother got it from me, from a friend. I really don't know her, but I think it's a nice way of doing things. So, hey girl. So the three basic topics. Sorry if you see me looking here because I've made PowerPoints. Not basic. No, I'm not like shuffling. That's my cousin would say. It's more like points. I've place some points to help me remember how to go about this opinion talk thing. So yeah, it was about the three main themes were about like love and basically respect and love from the biblical perspective, when the woman is supposed to love her husband and her husband is supposed to from what people believe it should be from the biblical perspective. Women submit to your husbands, love your husbands, men respect your wives, and people thought that it should end there. I think a guy posted a comment on how he thinks his girl should respect him even though she claims to love him. She loves something. It was some bizarre comments be like that, and it wasn't really the right way of thinking, in my opinion. So yeah, that's it. Then the role of a wife and a husband in the family, and then also the role of a mother and father, in the family. So let's start with the easiest one, in my opinion, because obviously I'm not married, so I can talk about things that are not really related. Not really related. I can talk about things that are not directly marriage. It's just you can apply it in your relationship. Okay. So here we go. Women, submit to your husbands. I do not think the word submission in itself is a wrong term. I just think that people have turned it into a very ugly word to the point that women themselves hate the word. Oh God, it got to a point that I hated the word because of a certain guy I used to date who always kept telling me I'm not submissive. Dating. This guy was asking me to be submissive only because, me and my big mouth, I was always speaking my mind, my opinion. Always speaking my mind. Anytime I have an opportunity to speak my mind, I would. And so he was like always attacking that part of me. He used to say it wasn't submission because he would tell me not to do something, and I'll be like, oh, but this is the reason why. It's not even like I was fighting or anything. You're telling me not to do something. You're not even trying to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, and so I'm trying to explain that this is the reason why I'm doing this, so that you get it, and maybe it will inform your decision. But he just expected me to be quiet. Like, once you tell me don't do this anymore, just don't, I'm going to say, okay, yes boss, yes please, yes boss, I won't do it anymore, and that is not submission. Submission is basically humility. And in my opinion, I think the whole submission thing is that pause to check if you are wrong or right. That the pause is like you have I have an opinion of something, okay, and someone is trying to help me or show me that maybe this is not the way to go, and I'm like, no, it's only my way and nothing else. That's pride, it's humility in itself. Submission is a sort of humility that allows you to pause and check and say, oh, well, maybe I might be wrong. Let me just try and listen to your advice, or try and listen to your opinion and just compare with mine and see the way forward. Is that humility to not always do what you think is right. It's just pick someone else's opinion in the workplace. For instance, if let's say, let's not even do boss and subordinate, let's just do employees, maybe on the same level. You're in a team, okay, you're in a team and your team member gives an opinion on something, and maybe because you think you're older than the person or something, or you're a man or you're a woman, you do not even want to take the moment to even begin to think that, oh, maybe what this person is bringing is very valuable. Let's, calm down, let's listen to this and try to see the way forward. But yours is like, no, there's no other way, it's only my way, and that is not the right way. So in the marriage, in the family, submission is basically succumbing to the other's opinion or tangible, very, very sound advice. I'm not saying everything that someone says you should go ahead. Of course, you have a head, you have a brain, and so you can determine what is sound and what is not. And yeah, submission is just being able to take some time and appreciate that someone else might know something which might be better. It might not be, but if you do not pause to listen or pause to think, maybe it's true, then you are not submitting in any way. And on the show, Kevin was talking about the verse before the woman submit to your husbands, which was that the body of Christ submits to one another, something like that, basically. And yeah, that's the whole thing. Submit to one another. Don't feel bigger than some. That is basically what submission is. You don't fight to be bigger than anybody. You're just moving in life. Respect yourself, respect others, and move on in life. So yeah, submission and respect. Anyways, so to the part that the woman should love her husband, and then the woman should respect her husband. So this is the comment the man made. He later on came and clarified that that's not what he meant, but the initial comment, which sparked everyone, was his wife goes out and claims to love him, but that's not the most important thing. It's respect. She has to respect, and as the Bible says, the woman is supposed to respect and the man is supposed to love. That is his duty. So it came off as this is what the man is supposed to do. He's not supposed to respect his wife, and the woman is not really supposed to love her husband. She's supposed to respect her husband, and I do not think love is either or. Love is an entire package. And I was talking with my friend earlier this morning that most of the time when we mention love, people automatically go towards romantic love, which I think is important in a relationship. It's important to have some romance with your partner, else that spark, the passion and all those things, it won't last. It's important. By romance, I don't even want to define it, don't worry, I'm not going too far, but romance, like just a heart, holding hands, all those things are romantic. And romantic love is that rush, that feeling that makes you want to be with somebody. That's romantic love. And unfortunately, people think that it's enough to sustain a marriage, and so you love somebody romantically. You have a crush on someone, you're infatuated with someone. A guy loves a girl because she's sexy. When I say sexy, she has the Coca-Cola. Is it even Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola is like this. This one is like this. She has the body, that makes a man go gaga and all that. And he's proud of her and he's happy that he wants such a girl like that. And it's romantic love, Charlie. Romantic. And they don't spend time building what I think is actually more important in any relationship: which is agape love. Brotherly love is also important, but it's to a point. Romantic love, God, it fizzles, it goes away. I was dating someone. I can only talk from my perspective and from my experience. I was dating someone. Actually, I'm sorry, but yeah, the first time I started dating, my first relationship ever, I was sort of excited about it because I had never really been with someone. I don't know, like you like someone, and most of the time it was just like you like someone, but it's always from a distance. But this is someone you like, or you have developed something before, and you are with a person. So it was exciting for me. But I realized that as time went on, there were days that I'll wake up and I'll be like, no, I don't feel this way towards you. I'm even tired of this, like, because I don't feel this way towards you again. And so is this it? Like, are we lasting? I didn't understand. Luckily, for my second relationship, God, I'll stress on God. God made me realize that if I kept on, I don't know, I think I had a talk with someone, but unfortunately I can't really remember the person. I had a very, very good talk with someone, and I really don't know who it was, but after that, and after some pondering, God placed on my heart basically that, woman, you cannot love you if you think that you're going to love him your way, it's not going to last. It's not going, because I realized that every time we had some sort of issue or some sort of strife, my love for him will reduce, and I wouldn't even want to talk to him. I wouldn't even want to look at him. Oh God. I used to call it being dead to me. You know, Lily, I don't know, those of you who watch How I Met Your Mother, when Lily says you are dead to me. Yeah, literally like that. So like, I can see you, you're standing in front of me, but I don't see you. That's how I used to act. It was childish, but that was my coping mechanism. Don't judge me. Everybody has one, I think. So yeah, it used to affect my flow in the relationship. I'm mad at you, and so it's like the flow sort of, it's like it becomes stagnant, or it stumbles, and instead of jogging or something, you just start dragging your feet till you stop. And it was affecting my mental health, because I just honestly, I can't begin to imagine or understand how you can both love and hate someone at the same time. To me, it's two very different extremes, and it's like fighting. Both things are fighting for you. It's painful. I've been there before, so I can't do that. So yeah, God told me you can't love him the way you want to love him, else it will not work. Because in my mind, if this is how love should be, and he's not doing this, then it affects the way I give. It affects the way I give out my love. But God told me that you have to look at him, you have to love him through the love of God, which is agape love. And for us Christians, and even for unbelievers, those of you who have had encounters with God, you know, unbelievers even have had encounters with God, you will sit down and think back and realize, oh, look at all the things I've done. Look at all the things I have done. Look at all the things that have passed through my mind. All the perceptions I've had. All the places I've been. And God still loves me. He loves me enough. Even when I was like the worst person, he came on earth to die on the cross for my sins. His love never changes. His love, it's always the same, and it cannot be greater than it already is. That sort of love is how you should love people, naturally, like everybody. And when you put that love into your relationship, it allows you to appreciate people. It allows you to say, even though we disagree, even though I do not understand what you're doing, it doesn't affect the way I treat you. It doesn't affect the way I love you. So yeah, that's a good thing I learned from my previous relationship, the love of God.